Derelict is a 2024 British indie film from writer-director Jonathan Zaurin. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I'm not going to give you the entire synopsis because it's better to go in cold, in general. But it's essentially a gritty revenge thriller, which the poster describes as Rashomon for the Sports Direct generation, which is a pretty good summation. I don't know, do the Sports Direct generation know what Rashomon is? I don't know. So yeah, it's a film which takes a series of events, it carves them up into some sort of dark jigsaw, and then hands them to us teasingly one piece at a time, leaving us to figure out where the pieces go. Doesn't even start with the corners, it started with jigsaw that way. It reminded me of this Jimmy McGovern clip I'd seen recently where he's giving screenwriting advice and he tells someone, like, what if you just removed all context from this scene? What would happen? So it would be like, you alright, love, are you excited for the bowling tournament tonight? Oh no, I'm not, my stomach's turning. You would take all that out and just say, are you alright, love? Oh, no, I'm not, my stomach's turning. And you don't know why he's saying that yet. And it doesn't matter. As Jimmy McGovern explained, it doesn't matter because you'll find out in the next scene. What you're doing is mystifying the audience for a few minutes. And they think, what's going on there? Why does he feel like that way? What? And you're getting closer to the person than the scenario as well when they do it like that. Because you think, well, what's wrong with this person? What would make him act this way? And then the next scene, you see him, he's got the bowling ball in his hand and he's shaking. And you're like, all right, I get that. But then you do something else in the next scene to mystify him to go to the next scene. He says, you mystify them. You mystify the audience. It's great advice, and it's advice that a lot of filmmakers should listen to. Because I feel like since Christopher Nolan landed on the scene and said it's all right to just write pages and pages of exposition, everyone's just decided that it's all right, and it just makes for, like, it gives us a reason to keep watching if we're mystified in every scene. But if everything's just explained to us, I'm like, well, why? What's interesting here? If everything's just exposition, there's no mystery. There's no mystery, and there's no curiosity, and there's no reason to keep watching. But the director and writers of this film understand that perfectly and how to implement it. I'm still not entirely sure in my head the chronology of the scenes in this film. And it's not because it's too confusing or because it's trying to be clever. It's because it's using this non-linear storytelling technique to focus on every event and every character in depth. So it's not just a boom, 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 boom. It's you're in this moment. There's choices to be made, there's feelings, there's emotions, the characters are thinking something and they're like, how do I respond to this? Where do I go to next? How do I make the right decision? How do I even cope with what's happening right here? You know, with the sort of boom, boom, boom thing, you're just sort of following, boom, boom, boom. You're just following the story as it goes along, but here you're really engaging in, it's tiring is what I'm saying. There's a lot more, you're having to commit a lot more to what's going on in every scene because it doesn't need to drive the plot somewhere. It drives your intrigue somewhere, and it drives your engagement somewhere. Yeah, so it's not just a morally complex story, but it's a revenge story that shows the ramifications and the justifications of everything that happens, and it treats every character equally, even the worst of the worst. And they all have a real depth and their own time on screen. It takes its time to do that. In short, it's a film that respects its audience enough to let us properly consider what we're seeing on a properly human level, not just a genre one. And it leaves a lasting impression because of these efforts. So Derelict, yeah, if you like films like Dead Man's Shoes or In Cold Blood, then you'll like this one. Well, like's probably not the word, because it's not really a pleasant experience, but even through all its grimness, you feel like you've caught a glimpse of humanity on some level that you might not have if you didn't watch the film. So check it out. It's available to stream on all normal platforms in the UK from today, and there's a Blu-ray coming later in the month as well. So check it out. We are Indie MDB for everything indie.